Google Classroom assignments made in Kurzweil3000.com.
The Assign button. This gives me the ability to take a Kurzweil Kezi document. You have to open it, make sure it's Kezi format, not a Word document or something like that. It's got to be Kezi. But I can assign that into Google Classroom. There's two ways I can do that. I can go into my private folder or my public folder. I select the document I want, and as soon as I click that, the Assign button becomes active. I can do it from right here. I've already gone into it, I've set it up, I know it's good to go. I don't have to reopen the document. The other thing I can do is reopen the document. I can double check it, make sure it's got everything I want. If I need to save it as a Kezi format, I can do that. So it's assignable. I can put in my notes, my highlights, whatever I need to do. And then I have an Assign button now right here on the left in the web version. Now, assigning documents is available only through Kurzweil3000.com. I can sign in to all of the different modes using Google, but this additional assign function is available only through the website. So I'm going to click on this. Now it's gathering my Google Classroom information. It looks like I have done something to my Google Classroom. I added a class, I added a student. I've made some change in my Google Classroom since I logged in as the teacher last time. So it will automatically sync the Google Classroom list and my Kurzweil team list and make them the same. Here I've got two classrooms and I've got two students, so it makes sure that it's identical. Now, if I have an image document or a text document, this is going to work slightly different. I'm in a text document and it asks if I want to create a copy of each document in each student's private folder. What that does is it gives each student their own copy so that they're not trying to overwrite each other's work or being able to go in and change the master copy. Also, if I want to, I can overwrite the existing file. Say I have a weekly writing assignment, a bell work, or something like that that has the same title week after week. It will overwrite the existing file. If I was in a image document, it will ask me if I want to make a link into my public folder. So if it's a simple reading assignment, something like that, and I just want the student going to my public folder and being able to see it, I can just create a link in my public folder, but not have to copy it into each student's folder. So I can customize that. I'm going to create a title here, so Volcano Basics. I can give optional instructions, read and highlight each sentence subject. And down here, I have the ability to choose how I want to set this up. I can pick my classroom type by just selecting a button, or I can clear that. Let's do language arts, and I do want to assign it to all students, or I can choose the students. And you see, if I choose the students, that's when the list appears. So if you look here and you're like, wait, where's my students? That's because I haven't selected this option yet. And then I can go through and I'm like, okay, I want Scott to get this assignment, but not Sean. I can see this being really useful for a high school resource teacher who's got a lot of different students from a lot of different classes. They come into my classroom for an hour or two a day into resource class. I set up their work for Kurzweil. I assign it to them as the resource teacher. So all my students are probably going to have different work. If I'm in a remedial English class in a community college, I'm probably going to assign it to the whole class. So I've got that flexibility to manage this however I want. All I do is I have to make sure I have a title and I have to pick my students. The instructions are optional. I can leave that as default, change it, that's optional. And I just click on Create Assignment. Now it's creating a Google Classroom assignment. There we go. It gives me confirmation. Now what we see when we go into Google Classroom is Really straightforward. So here's my classes. If I click into the language arts class, teacher in this class, so I have just added a new assignment. All I have to do is the student, I just click on it, I verify my account, boom, it opens in Kurzweil. So really, really slick. All I do is I click on the link in Google Classroom, and I'm in Kurzweil ready to work.